Before 9 o'clock, it's Indiana in the Morning on AM 1160 WCCS 101.1 FM and Facebook Livers. Josh is Facebook Living this segment from the studios of 1160, and Principal Wade McElhenney has his Indiana Senior High folks lined up. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Todd. Thanks for having us.
Well, it's wonderful to have you in the studio. You've got a big group again.
We do. We do have an eclectic bunch. It's
As usual.
We do.
All right. So where are we going first?
Well, let's get started with Mrs. Arlene Miller. She's a secondary school art teacher, and she has brought some students here to talk about some really interesting and innovative things that they're doing with our art students.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, here she comes now. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Lovely. You?
Good.
Good. So what are we talking about here today? Art as a whole?
Art as a whole and the activities that we have coming up. We have a busy spring. I have Liz Denver and Keegan Fulton Schuler to talk about some of our events. And I just want to put a plug in right now that we have work in Senator White's office right now on Philadelphia Street. So anyone that's going up and down, in the town should stop and take a look. It's paintings, drawings, ceramics, those types of things.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's meet our students. And ladies, if you could each tell us your name so people know whose voice belongs to whom.
Hi, I'm Liz Denver. And I'm Keegan Schuler.
Okay. So you have art to talk about today.
Yes. So the first thing I want to talk about is the senior portfolio show that we do at the Artist Hand. And opening night is March 2nd from 6 to 9. All of the artwork that we work all year and past years to put together, we've been so passionate and excited about to show everybody and put on sale, and it's just a really exciting time for all of us. It's really busy, but it's going to be so worth it.
So how long is it going to be there?
A month, 6 weeks.
A month. So folks will have time to stop by and see it.
Absolutely. There's all types of work there. There's pottery, painting, drawing, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool.
So have you started to put it together yet so you can see what other students are bringing?
Yes, actually. This is like the time when we're all trying to crunch everything together, and everybody's like bringing their work in now. So we got to mat it, frame it. We do everything ourselves.
Pretty impressive, huh? Yeah.
Absolutely. We're all very talented, very unique.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear, Keegan.
I'm here to talk about the Empty Bowls fundraiser held by the Eagles Club. It's going to be it's March 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And IHS students have made bowls to just bring to the donation and everything. And basically, if you want to come in, you give a $20 donation unless you're a student, and then it's only $15. And then 100% of the benefits go to the Indiana County Food Bank.
Okay. So these are ceramics that have been created by students at Indiana Senior High.
Yeah, we've made around 20-plus bowls to give in, and
Who's the best bowl maker?
Oh, definitely Mrs. Miller.
Oh, well, she doesn't count.
All of us.
She counts. There you go.
We all make different types of. Everybody's unique, like I said. We all come from different walks of life, and we all work together. Everybody's unique.
Tremendous. Now, you said at the Eagles?
Yeah,
okay.
on Philly.
On March the 7th.
Yep.
And folks can stop by. What's the time frame?
11 a.m. to 2 p.m.
11 a.m. to 2, and they can purchase a bowl, and the benefit's going to help feed hungry people.
Yep.
And you'll meet us, because we'll all be there.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's the most exciting part of all. That's good to know. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that very, very much. Now, Principal McElhenney.
Okay, next up, we have Jennifer Bryce. She's here as a spokesperson, a co-chair of the leadership class for Thon, here to share some information.
Oh, okay. Very good. Thon's coming up, huh?
Yeah, it's March 23rd, and we've been working on it since we got back from winter break, and it's a long process. We're trying to get sponsors from the community and get students signed up. I think we have about 200 kids coming to like a 6-hour event that night. It'll be a really good time to raise a lot of money for pediatric cancer.
Sure sounds like.
Yeah.
All right, so you need sponsors, right?
Yeah, we have been going out to like local businesses. The community is really helpful in helping us make everything come together.
So if somebody hasn't been approached but they'd like to sponsor, is there someone they can get in touch with?
Yeah, you can definitely get in touch with, if you know anyone, like a senior at the high school or any students. It's like really in the culture of IHS, so you could really contact anyone there. But Miss Duffy is in charge. She's our advisor, so if you would like to reach out to her to get in touch with us.
How many people are on the committee?
I think there are 13 or 14 maybe. But it's It's a smaller group than usual, but we're working together really well, I think.
Yeah.
So.
And who makes the best soup bowl out of all of the committee members?
Mrs. Miller.
Mrs. Miller, of course. Good one. Nice job. All right. Very good. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Bull McElhaney, you're next.
Okay, Mr. Maria, we have Ms. Emily Hickson for the second installment of PGAS and some students. They're going to be joining her.
All right. Terrific. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. So you've got two young men with you today, huh?
I do. They're here to represent our science club at the high school. We've been working pretty hard on independent projects. Each student does their own project. In about 2 weeks, we're going to be going to our first competition of the year. We have 3 on deck. They've been practicing presentations the past week or so, and I have about another week to go to get ready. But they want to talk to you a little bit about, first, a fundraiser that we're doing, and then also some community work that we do as a club as well.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Guys, introduce yourselves.
My name is Matt Brzonski.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm Shane Moran.
Okay. Let's get out your bigger voices, okay, so everybody can
All
hear
right.
you. We don't want you to fade away here. Go ahead. You're first.
Well, first we have a fundraiser on February the 26th from 5 to 9 to support our projects at the science fairs. And it's at Chipotle. And if you go to Chipotle and you buy a meal there during this time, half of the proceeds go to our club.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is you just have to make sure that you tell the people working there that you're with, that you want part of your money to go to us.
Mm-hmm.
And then that the fundraising all will go to our club.
Okay. Well, when they say that, what club should they say?
Indiana Area High School Science Club.
Indiana Area High School Science Club. So what's the date again for that?
And the date again is February 26th from 5 to 9.
All right. There you go. So make sure you make that designation, and half the funds from that sale will go toward your club.
Yep, thank you.
Terrific. Terrific.
So, and I have a event if anyone wants to come and check us out in action at East Pike on February 21st. The Science Club members are going to be judging elementary science fair projects for the students and helping us to see how we're going to be judged, because they're going to be judged the same way. Obviously, a little less harshly than we are, but. Yeah, and it's going to be really fun for us to see how, practice for how we're going to be judged and scored to use the same rubric. And also, we're going to have some food for us and prizes for the students.
Food for us and prizes for the students.
So, yeah.
And you said it's for PJAS
Yes.
ultimately, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So Slippery Rock comes up when?
That's
February 24th.
24th.
The
February
24th. And then, of course, the top finishers go to State College.
Yes.
All right. Very good. All right. So folks want to know more about your event. It's obviously that's a closed event. It's for you and for the elementary kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Terrific. All right. Good news, fellas. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you.
We appreciate that.
Okay, Todd, last up, we have our student perspective segment.
Mm-hmm.
Our own IHS, Connor McQuaid, and he is here this morning to talk about student safety
Mm-hmm.
and in light of the tragic and sad loss yesterday in Florida, the act of school violence. And with that, he's here to share his perspective as a student at IHS.
Well, it certainly is something that's at the top of everybody's minds. Good morning, Connor.
Definitely. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Awesome. And again, my name is Connor McQuaid, and I'll be talking about the student perspective, which is on the safety of all of our schools in the district as a whole. In light of the recent events, it's just really tough to see what is going around in the country, and to go into school and just make sure that we know that we are safe every day. And actually thinking about it this morning, I walked into the school and just knowing that we are safe at our school is a great thing to know, and it's always good to know that any period and any event in our school that we will be safe, and it's just good to know that all of my peers and all of us will be safe. And we're just fortunate for the actions that our district does take against this, and are always protecting our schools and knows that students are first. And again, it is just tough to see what's going on, but again, I am just fortunate of how great our school is and how fortunate I am that we do take these precautions seriously.
Well, certainly from your standpoint as a student, and you speak only for yourself, obviously, but your safety when you leave your house every morning and you head off to school, it's something that you'd like to take for granted, but you know you can't. because you want to know that there are safety measures in place for all of your fellow students within the Indiana district. And you're pretty comfortable that they're doing everything that they can to make sure that you're all safe?
Definitely. It's just good to know that walking in school and walking out of school that things are okay, and that we always do take the best precautions for everybody in our school.
Certainly.
Definitely.
Well, that's good to know. Let's call Principal McElhaney back in here.
Of course.
And maybe get some thoughts from him about school safety as well. Obviously, when you are a school administrator, that's something that is at the top of your mind every single day. And you put measures in place. Some of those measures are very obvious to people, and others might not be, but they are just as important.
True, and trying to balance that welcoming environment with also the measures that that have to be employed to promote school safety. It is a challenge for any school or any school district. It is something that is unexpected, it's unacceptable, and it's unwelcome, of course. But you want students to be able to learn in a safe and secure environment, but you also know that these senseless, random acts of violence can occur anywhere, and that you're always evolving what you do and trying to learn from the tragedies that others have experienced. Our thoughts and prayers go out to that school community, those students, their families, the friends, and the entire education community in that respect. And it is a challenge for everybody. We are fortunate that we have a caring school community, and we know that our greatest asset and greatest strength for addressing such issues are our students. They are a school community, and they are the ones that know the most collectively about any types of concerns or threats to our school community.
Connor, as a student, and after hearing the comments of Principal McElhaney, tell me about the communication of the safety procedures to the students. Are the students updated regularly on procedures and things that are going to be happening or things to look out for within the hallways?
I think every year we do always just want to know what is going on, and I think that with Mr. Principal McElhaney, we do always know what is going on, and I think that for any sort of precaution, we always do know what to do, and I feel like with other school districts, they don't have that same advantage. So I feel like here we are very fortunate to know exactly what is going on, and in any situation that we will always know what to do. And even talking to a few friends this morning about them feeling safe in the school, they did definitely feel that they were safe in the school. And it's just good to know that I'm not the only one who feels that way, and that other people do feel comfortable in the school and feel like it's their second home.
Terrific. Well, that's good, and it's always going to be something that will be on the minds of parents, administrators, students themselves. And unfortunately, it's something that we're always going to have to be cognizant of. Thanks to all for coming in today.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it very much.
Josh.
It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, WCCS AM 1160, FM 101.1. As we said, that segment, Facebook Live, and you could have watched it at the time, but it also will be available on Facebook, our Facebook page, at any time. It is Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank, WCCS AM 1160, FM 101.1. Fox News up next.